Hey everybody, it's Gary the Google Guy here, and today I'd like to show you how you can utilize pivot tables with your data in Sheets. Now, pivot tables, don't be too intimidated. It's not that advanced, but it's a really great way to condense and analyze your data. So let's look at our screen. We're dealing with a Star Wars timesheet. We have multiple columns of data: date, hours, projects, tasks, notes, and people. Now, I want to just look at how many projects and what type of hours we're talking for each project. That's it. And there's a lot to it, and things are all over the place of who did what when. Let's look in the bottom left of our screen and let's look at the end product. This is what I want to see after we're done. I want to see a project column of all of the projects, and then the sum of hours for each project that we did, and then a grand total of what we actually did with this entire set. So let's go back to sheet 1. The data set that we want to grab is going to be from A3, including the header, all the way down. And you can do this either now or later when we insert the pivot table. And we're going to go down to row 214 and column F. Now you can also grab a different data set. I'm just going to grab all of it here. We're then going to go to the top and we're going to click on the Insert menu. You'll see the option for Pivot Table. You'll see our data range, which I've already selected. Now, if you haven't previously selected or you did an oops and you need to grab some different data, click on the icon to the right and you can change your data set. Now, I could also put this in my existing sheet, maybe down below or to the right, whatever, but I'm going to do a new sheet. Let's click on Create. Now, here's usually where the complexity starts. People don't know what to grab and how to make the data look good. Now, if we look to the right, you'll see a pivot table editor. This is going to be intuitive to what data you've selected, including those headers, and it might give you some insight about what you want to grab. So today, what I want to do is I want to create that rows column for the projects. So we're going to click on Add, and we're going to go to the header of Project. Inside of that little box to the right side of our screen, we want an ascending view, and I'm going to sort it by project. Now you look to the left and it looks a little screwed up. No worries. We can resize this column to look a little bit better. Now the next thing I want to add is to the right of that in column B. I want to grab the different hours that we've done on each of these projects. So we're going to go to the right in our editor. We're going to grab on Values, Add, and we're going to select Hours. We want the sum of all of our hours, and we're just going to show as default that sum. Now there are different options underneath each of these pull downs if you want to change things up. We're keeping it really simple today for your very first pivot table. Now, if we look to the left of our screen, we will see that we now have all of the projects that were on that first page, and we've got the sum of hours for each project to look at and analyze, and then an overall amount of what did it take to get all of these things done. So a really condensed view of all of that data from 214 rows worth of. You've condensed it down into 20 rows and get some different totals quickly. So that is how you can create a pivot table in Google Sheets. So if you've never done it before, give it a try. You might like it. Until we meet again, another day, another time, another tip, trick, or hack. This is Gary the Google Guy, signing off.